Interesting. Over the holiday.
I have my eye on 901 Monroe. I'm about to go take a look at the land use map. Hi there.
All right.
And a couple other things. Because I would say that where it makes sense, you can go above gentle.
Oh, okay. Great. How are you, sir?
Peter Summer, how you doing?
Peter, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Are you with the Office of Planning?
Yes, sir, I am. Here's a flyer that helps.
So why is Northeast, we have no historical landmark status? In Georgetown and in Northwest we do. We have the residents 95% opposed to any of the work on the Howard University Divinity School, and you have illegal construction.
True.
Oh yeah,
No,
95. We had a vote.
That is not true.
We held the vote. It's on record.
No,
See, no, it is true. Sorry.
No, it's not true.
We had 95% of the residents vote against in an Ward 5 meeting. You have illegal construction on Otis and 12th Street, going over a cultural mural. So our culture is being destroyed. This is one of the most historic districts in the city. And this has not been addressed.
It's not accurate.
No, it is accurate. But anyway, please, I'm talking, okay?
But you're spreading for information.
No, it's real information.
No, it's not.
It is.
Okay, well,
See, this is the problem. We are the residents, we're voters, we're long-term residents, I'm fourth generation. We're sick and tired of it. The whole resident...
okay, well, let's not...
No, it is completely true. Because we have people coming in, developers doing... I mean, these are horrible construction. It would never been accepted in any other metropolitan area. We have, real people like, the Pritzkers with Catholic University, and our voices are being completely ignored.
Okay. Well, the historic character of communities is always on our initial evaluation of any project that is being proposed.
Yeah.
We do have a historic preservation, which is part of our office, as you well know. And when it is in a zoned area for historic preservation, then the project usually goes before the state historic preservation office.
Yeah.
And I don't work in that division. I work in the urban design division. And so as far as your concern about the style of architecture and the proposed development are usually allowed in the zoning. So
no, we didn't.
I don't know. I'm not saying this project or that project is going to be in this part of the city, but these are examples of how we want to control the architectural character of buildings as they transition through older communities.
Yeah, but you don't, because in Northeast it's a scandal. We have no historical preservation. Maybe because it's a historically black neighborhood. In Georgetown, you even try to do this, you have to get neighborhood approval. It has to be flagged up. Even the one blocking the cultural mural, the Survivor's Journey, which was paid by D.C. government, no warning to the residents, nothing. And it's now over completion. It was in federal court. I mean, it's just getting worse and worse. I mean, the residents are basically, we have to go our own way. I mean, we have no one who listens to us. Now look at this. I mean, the worst case is the 12th Street and the Howard University Divinity School. The voters have voted against it. I mean, it just leaves the federal courts.
Yeah, that's the only alternative.
That's only federal courts, the U.S. District Court. And this is our city. We're residents, we're voters. This is an important ward, and we're being completely ignored.
Okay, well, I think that sounds like a concern that you have that you think has not been addressed with the amendments. So I would strongly encourage you to file that complaint or concern in Station E, which is in the auditorium.
No, we've already been doing petitions and stuff going in there, so it's now public. In the press and the media. Like now, this is media.
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not the person for you.
But you're still representing the Office of Planning. Everybody who represents a city official, you're representing the mayor. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, but it seems like we have to go to federal courts now because our ANC has completely ignored everything the residents have ever thought about and to divide and conquer. So each ANC does what it wants. They push through things. We got the savior of Howard Divinity School, an important historical landmark that isn't considered historical because us in the Northeast don't get history. Only in the Northwest, Georgetown. You have illegal construction on 12th Street notice, ignored by the DCRA and our government. So I think we have to get together and just do federal court.
Are there any questions I can help
Yes.
you with?
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, these are two things that have been completely ignored. It's been put in the press, media, so it's public interest. I mean, maybe we should do something in federal court. That's all. Because ANC is not our representative. Our only representative is our council member, and he's ignored every single resident complaint on this. We've had all this bad construction, violations of our cultural and historical preservation of our neighborhood, and the vast majority, like 95%, voted against the development of Howard University. No one from the office of the mayor has come out in support.
Did you actually go to the Historic Preservation Review Board?
Yeah, and nothing. And it should have been you guys putting in the preservation, not us. So it's us citizens alone who have to do
We
it.
don't initiate, just for you.
Yeah, but we have initiated it.
No, but we don't, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That has to
Okay.
come from a citizen group or somebody.
Okay.
To initiate the historic designation. process.
Designation process.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a card, sir?
I don't think I do, but I can give you my
All right.
number.
So we'll get that from
No, I don't have my number.
Steve Cochran? Okay.
I'll write it down.
All right. I'll just-
You got a pen in your top pocket up
Yeah,
there?
okay. And the developers.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Does?
Yeah, that's in federal court. That's why he's not blocking it. He makes noise, they pay him off, and it isn't. BNCA is basically one of these lobby extortion groups, non-for-profit. It's not even non-for-profit.
Well, they're not as bad as the guy over there doing the water things over in Children's Hospital, across from Children's Hospital, the old water district.
Yeah.
Got $1 million or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell you where it went.
So yeah, Dan Schramm, yeah. So he's in there in the
Yeah, we know who he is.
yeah. So basically, we have to create. So I've already created our own, things with petitions and one-to-one. That's our citizen right. We have the right to petition our government, the freedom of press, and the freedom of religion. First Amendment, you can't beat it, guys. That's why federal court is so good. We have real judges and clerks.
That's like nobody.
Dan Schramm.
Right outside of the.
We're doing things to try and
broaden it out a little bit more beyond just saying that right outside of metro station, then all you're gonna have is just like if you just focus on a certain way.
All right, that's good.
Yes, absolutely. I can show you how to get there.
Are you see?
It's not even one block off. It's the same thing here. Yeah, right. Like over here. Yeah.
Hi, Peter Summer. How you doing?
Good to meet you. I'm Andrew.
So, you're getting a lot of big controversy over your office's, what it's done and hasn't done in the neighborhood. I'm a newspaper media owner, been doing it, I'm a resident, and I'm also a community activist under Carl Racein's office, Attorney General.
Okay.
Because we have no historical designation, we've seen buildings approved that should not, illegal construction, all DCRA, but also your office has not done anything about it.
Well, we don't personally happen to think that we completely overuse historical designation. We should have a lot fewer.
No, we have nothing in the Northeast, in Georgetown. Sorry, I'm a DC resident, we write about it. We deserve our history. You're wiping out our cultural landmarks and also Howard University, which is a globally renowned historical landmark.
Okay.
And this is beyond
I'm a DC resident too. We have more.
No, you don't. Please. I mean,
I don't. You
come
can't just
on.
ignore my point.
Yes, I'm
on
talking
this.
to Mr. Sorry.
So I was actually talking before you interrupted.
No, but anyway, I'm just introducing myself. We're bringing it up. In fact, we're being forced to go to U.S. District Court, federal court on this because of all these issues.
Okay, well, I think what I would say is, how do we change and grow as a city? Like, I think that's where we should
Listen
engage.
to the residents. We're the majority. 95% of the residents voted against any development in Howard University Divinity School. We got the whole community in uproar.
No, I think then what you do is you prevent opportunities for people to live in your neighborhood, for your children to be able to afford the neighborhood. So I think this is where we need to think about how we grow. And I agree, historic districts are an important part of that. I think supporting culture and understanding our cultural change, our cultural background is a part of that. But then where do we grow? And so those are the trade-offs that I honestly want to engage on.
Yeah, because that 800,000 condo for millennials only bring in more homelessness, more gentrification. These people can't even afford them anyway in the first place.
There's need for both more housing and more affordable housing, and that's the mayor's plan for 36,000 new units and 12,000 affordable units.
Yeah.
But also looking at where we preserve. I mean, I think it is also important to note there's a plan before that's new stuff. There's also a plan to preserve existing affordable units across the city. So I think that's you're right. Like we need, but what I'm hoping planning can be is a way for us to have these discussions in a positive way rather than in an antagonistic way.
No, but Ward 2, you're positive because they're white people with lawyers, and you know they will step up. Here, you misunderstand. We have other lawyers. We have people working in Congress, Justice Department here, who've been working for that. That's the most powerful neighborhood in the country.
But I'm not. I don't want you to think that we make our plans based on power.
It is.
Well, that's not what we
Politics is. This is what the city politics.
Okay, well, I'm not a politician. I work for one, but I am not one. And I'll tell you, I've been up, for example, in Ward 3, talking about how we grow in Ward 3. I've been to Ward 2. I've been in every part of the city saying, how do we, as a city, address these issues? Because I think it needs to be addressed citywide.
Start talking. I mean, we're the Ward 5. We are one of the most powerful people. You got Ward 8 and Ward 5. These are political things. Everybody in Ward 5, their long-term residents, are feeling completely disfranchised by the city.
Okay.
And it's getting so frustrating. That's why we're going to the extreme. We have the First Amendment, we have our courts and our laws. And then we have to go there.
I think by the time we get there, then nobody's benefiting, right? Like let's not have to deal with that. Let's work through the processes.
Then listen to us, then. Don't just ignore.
Right.
You got a few guys from outside bribing everybody, lousy developers.
So there's no bribe. I mean, I'm not aware of any bribes. So I think that now we're getting into
you see all this lousy construction, breaking every rule in DC area private. You have the Monroe Street Market that was Pritzker family. I
think that's a great example.
Yeah, but it's Pritzker family. We want Pritzkers. We're not against developments. It's who does it. We want control, quality control.
That was a PUD. Yeah. That was a great example of a PUD. We're trying to get PUDs going again because it gives the community input. But now, because they all get taken to court, this is what I'm saying. It breaks down and then it hurts everybody.
But we have to take them to court because we're not listened to. The Pritzker family is a family with a reputation to lose. They're serious people. She was, one of the Pritzkers was Secretary of Commerce. You got the Hyatt Hotel, and the governor of Illinois is J.B. Pritzker. Those are fine. But these little low-level guys doing crappy construction that shouldn't be allowed because, one, they're low quality, two, they bring no jobs, three, they just destroy our neighborhood. That's all we want to be listened to.
I hear you. I understand.
And that's why we're going to Moral Alter. Then we're forced to go to court to bring subpoenas to be listened to. Because the minority is just going over and saying, this is my city, blah, 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 and we're being ignored. But the long-term residents are up in arms. And we're the ones who elect our city council. We are we are the citizens.
Right, and the city council approves the comprehensive plan. I think I fundamentally believe in democracy. That's why we're trying to empower our ANCs who are duly elected.
Forget our ANCs.
They're elected.
Yeah, but they're divide and conquer. This is where the thing goes.
So we have
to go to council member, but our council member ignores us. So now we have to go straight to the mayor. She's not very receptive, so it means we have to go to the.
At some point I don't I'll just tell you one thing that I know.
Yeah.
I was not elected by a single person.
Yeah.
My job is to try and bring the best practices, to try and bring data, but I wasn't elected, and so that I can bring ideas discussion. I can work. I can try and help address some of these issues early. But like
please do. You're my civil servant. You work for me, and that's all we ask.
I don't work for you.
Represent us.
And here's what I will tell you is just right now, as we're engaging, I will continue to engage with you, our staff. Insofar as we can be helpful, we'll engage with you. Because I also want to be clear, I don't, the power thing is not how I want to work. I'm trying to do the opposite. We're trying to address inequities in our city, and inequities in power, and historical inequities in planning. I disagree with all of that. And so I'm trying to I'm trying to work to address that.
Okay.
So.
You have a card?
I do.
Yeah.
You give me a card.
Yeah, okay. If I get your card, I'll give you back. Let's get the historical district. Let's get our city to work as it's supposed to be.
Okay.
We're the beacon. We're the biggest economic miracle in the United States. Let's keep it there, and let's make the opportunity for our residents and for our country, not for these guys from the suburbs who have nothing to bring to our city. All right? And listen to us, please. We're the taxpayers. We're the voters. We go out there. All right, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. I love that. Interim director, I got True Blood. Thanks.